You think owning a home is impossible right now? High prices, high rates, and everyone is telling you maybe in a few years. So a client told me exactly that last month. Benny, I will be renting forever. There's no way. 6 weeks later, she had keys to her first home. Same market, same rates, same impossible conditions. The difference? She stopped listening to people who don't understand how this actually works. If you're tired of being told, just wait, hit subscribe. I share the strategies banks won't tell you every week. Here's what nobody tells first-time homebuyers. The biggest barrier isn't the market, it's outdated advice from people who bought houses in 1995. Save 20% down, you need perfect credit. Wait for rates to drop. Meanwhile, I'm helping people buy homes with 3% down every single week. The problem isn't that home ownership is impossible. The problem is that most people are following a playbook that doesn't work anymore. My process starts with one question most lenders never ask. What are you actually trying to accomplish? Not how much house can you afford or what are your real estate goals? Building wealth, getting out of rent, creating stability for your family, because the strategy changes completely based on your answer. In a 20-minute call, I'm asking things like, what's your real estate comfort zone for monthly payments? What does your financial picture actually look like? What's your timeline that makes sense for your life? Listen, this isn't about qualifying you for the biggest loan possible. It's about creating wealth, building strategy that happens to start with a house. After our call, I send a simple questionnaire. Nothing scary. Work history, savings, bank accounts, retirement funds. Then we run a soft credit check. Doesn't hurt your score. This entire process is free because I'm not trying to sell you anything yet. I'm trying to understand what's actually possible. Here's the difference. Most lenders are order takers. You tell them what you want, they tell you if it's possible. I'm looking at your complete financial picture to find opportunities you didn't know existed. Now, once I understand your situation, I create a personalized plan. Sometimes it's build credit for 3 months. Sometimes it's we can buy next month. Sometimes it's let's use your 401k strategically. Or there's a down payment assistance program perfect for your situation. But here's the key. This isn't just about buying a house. It's about buying the right house for your wealth building journey. Maybe that's a condo that builds equity while you save for the next opportunity. Maybe it's buying an emerging neighborhood instead of an expensive one. Maybe it's using creative financing to preserve cash for other investments. Every plan is different because every person's financial strategy should be different. Your first home is not your forever home, and that's actually great news. Statistics show that most first-time homebuyers move within 4 to 6 years. Think of your first home as a wealth-building tool, not an emotional decision. That might mean starting with a townhouse instead of a single-family home, buying slightly outside of your preferred area, choosing equity growth over perfect amenities. Because here's what happens. You buy that starter home, you build equity for 4 to 5 years, and then you use that equity as leverage for your next property. Meanwhile, your friends are still saving for 20% down on their dream home that costs $200,000 more than it did when you started. You need 20% down to buy a house. This is the biggest lie in real estate, and it's keeping qualified buyers trapped as renters. I help people buy homes with 3% down regularly. Some programs go as low as 1% down. VA loans require 0% down. We can negotiate seller credits to cover closing costs. Listen to this. Last month, I helped someone buy a $520,000 home with $15,600 down. They kept $34,400 in their bank account. Their friends think they got some special deal. The only special thing was working with someone who understands modern lending. Most lenders disappear after you sign papers. That's when the real work begins. You get a personal concierge, annual financial reviews, strategic advice on refinancing, moving, or acquiring investment properties. Because buying your first home isn't the goal, it's step one in wealth building strategy. As your income grows and your equity builds, we're planning the next move. When should you refinance? When does it make sense to buy a rental property? How do you leverage your home equity for maximum wealth creation? I'm not your lender. I'm your strategic advisor building wealth through real estate. If you think homeownership is impossible, you're probably listening to the wrong people. The same market conditions that scare most people create opportunities for those who understand how this actually works. It's not about buying tomorrow. It's about getting a strategic plan today. The difference between renters and owners isn't luck. It's having someone who sees opportunities where others see obstacles. Are you ready to stop being told what's impossible and start building wealth? Click below for a free strategy call. Let's just build your plan. And subscribe if you want to learn strategies your bank will never tell you.